guys, it's just it's a tough moment on the pod. We're having an intervention for sure today. We got Vessel's here.
On time.
On time. Shoots late again for the 4th week in a row. And he's just tough. He's walking up right now. But maybe we should just sit, let's just sit a little bit. Just think about it. He's my best friend, you know. So I don't like doing this. And interventions, you know, it's a little bit triggering. You know, Wessel, my parents were drug addicts, you know. It's not the this is tough. Here he is.
Yo.
Hey, bro. I bet you're wondering why we brought you here. We're live, by the way. Pod is happening. Me and Wessel just want to talk to you about something.
Is it actually live for real?
Yeah. We just we thought it, I know it's a nice day outside, but we thought we should just have a little intervention. And we just were talking about, bro, you're just getting too black, you know? You're getting too we were comfortable with you not knowing your dad, but this shit? What time is it, motherfucker?
Huh?
What time is it?
What time is it?
What time is it right now?
I don't know. I set it to the Chinese clock. I'm not sure. It's 5 o'clock every day for me, baby.
every day is high. Let's go fix your collar. You want to take you want to take 2 minutes to get relaxed?
I do need 2 minutes to relax.
Okay. We're gonna
But it's okay. We already in this motherfucker. Let's do it. What are we talking about, y'all? What we talk? I'm up. We here, baby. Welcome back to In the Background. The podcast that you play.
Now fix your collar with me. Let's take 2 minutes.
The podcast that you play.
In the background.
God damn.
God damn.
Fuck. Come on, man. Nah, don't even worry about it.
All right, let's run it then. Fuck it.
Don't even worry about it.
Fuck
Let's
it.
just go through
Welcome.
this shit.
Welcome. She was a little late today, but we respect that about Sjoerd, that he's on his own time.
Yeah, man.
I like the shirt.
Time is a construct. You feel me?
Shut up, fam. This motherfucker.
Time is a construct. You feel
Bro.
like, yo, who invented time? Vessel, can you look that up?
Just straight in. That's
Just go
what's up.
straight in.
Who invented time? Definitely. Dude, talk me through your outfit choice.
The outfit?
I
Okay,
like
so
this.
first
Let's
of all, we got palm trees.
Palm trees.
We
Respect.
got
Ode to back home.
that one flower that everybody can draw, that everybody nephew can draw.
Tough.
We got
Daisy, right? No, is that Daisy?
We got the on this side we got the Taj Mahal somewhere.
For sure.
For
One
sure,
of
it's
the-
somewhere in there.
Remember what we learned last week?
Oh, there it is. Or it might be a
What's
mosque.
that?
I'm not sure what that is.
We learned that 2 weeks ago. That falls under one of the wonders of the world.
Wonders of the world.
Wonders of the world. For
Yeah.
real. Okay. Good. Okay, good show type shit. Hell yeah. Dope. Vessel, you had a good weekend?
Sorry.
I introduced Vessel to comedy this weekend.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
How was that, man?
Vessel came to his first ever comedy show.
Dude, I fucking loved it.
Hell
Yeah?
Yeah. It was
From
a
like
bit
start to finish, you were like, this is incredible.
yeah.
Okay.
Like
How-
I enjoyed all the shows. Some were better, but
What
yeah, I
what
enjoyed
what
all.
did you think it was gonna be like? Did you have an expectation, and how did it change?
well, I know you guys, and it was just your show.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Sjoerd yet, but I thought it was gonna be a little more friendly
Yeah.
because
You thought I would be a little bit more
yeah,
friendly.
because on the podcast you're all so kind and
Yeah.
don't call
Oh.
people fat. and then-
Don't call people
Oh.
fat. We were talking
So
about
I-
it before. I was like, bro, it's just listen.
Wait, because you went to Mesrap?
He went to Mesra.
But he saw multiple
He
comedians
saw
as
multiple
well.
comics. He
Yeah.
saw.
So you feel
I
like
don't know the
everyone was
names.
equally kind of mean,
I
or
think he's
just
talking
him?
about.
Oh
like,
no!
it's
Like
st-
the last two were more
Edgy.
The first two were
So he came up to me after. The first thing he said, I didn't expect you to have that much of like dark. He likes dark comedy.
yeah.
And I had a couple. I had a couple bits, especially. Mesrab's a real nice room. There were a couple of my bits where at some point it was really 50-50 how people were feeling about it. It got some massive laughs, and then about 50% around him particularly was just.
What?
No,
Dude, there was a moment, and I was just like screaming, laughing, and everyone around me was quiet.
Okay, not,
I, like
not
people,
everyone.
people looked around like, why are you laughing?
Was it 9/11?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So of course, I know what it was.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
was it the 9/11
It
joke?
was a
Yeah,
nice
that'll do
answer.
it.
Do
Yeah.
that.
That'll
Frank
split 'em up.
shit.
And I said that, I was like, wow, this really split the room. And he loved that. He was
Yeah.
like, dude, it
It
just
was
like, it felt
So
it.
accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Um,
it was great, man. Yeah.
He came with his roommate.
Mm.
Came with his roommate,
And what's his name?
Jonah.
Oh.
Jonah. And you know what Wessel and Jonah are doing, which I found out because we were outside. I was like, yo, Wessel, you want to have a smoke? And he said, shit, dude, I quit. our boys in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
For this month, him and his roommate aren't smoking. Tell us why.
Yeah, we're doing a misogi.
A misogi.
A misogi. It's a Japanese thing. Every year you do something really hard to make the rest of the year easier. And
like
something
Lent.
really hard.
yeah, and
Okay.
like there's 2 rules: don't die, and it has to be at least 50-50 that you fail. And it can be anything. Like
Okay.
the first one we did was 100,000 steps in 24 hours.
Okay.
Wow.
How did you pull that off? What do you have to do?
The first one,
Put
the
his
first
phone
time
on
we
the
tried it,
escalator.
the first time we tried it, it didn't work. We failed because it started raining. So like,
Yeah.
fuck this. But we woke up at I think 2 o'clock in the morning because like 100,000 steps. We walked for 70 kilometers.
Wow.
So that's quite far. So
From where to where?
Oh, dude. Well, we did a circle in Amsterdam, and we went to Zaandam, all the way west,
Yeah.
like halfway to the sea.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Took the pond. Went to Schiphol, the airport.
You went to Schiphol
Yeah.
walking?
You walked to Schiphol?
Yeah.
Bro, walk to the airport.
Bro, do you need money? What are you talking about?
Yo.
You
And then-
walked to the airport.
Yeah, and we went to the Amsterdamse Bos, the forest, and that was like kind of like the point. Like we kept checking like how many steps are we doing, and every time it was less than we expected. So we said, okay, we're not gonna watch. We're gonna walk there, and if it's like on 80,000 steps, we're gonna finish it, and if it's not, we're gonna skip it.
Dude.
And we came there. It was an 82.
How were
and
your feet after?
broken?
Broken.
Yeah,
Blisters?
mine were better than Jonas. Jonas is like his skin was getting off the bottom of his feet. It was insane.
Off the bottom of his feet?
Yeah, like he
You walk-
felt his like his sole and his foot shifting
Dude.
like off of each other.
Yeah.
What kind of shoes y'all had on, man?
Oh, just running shoes.
At least.
Yeah.
Fucking walking in Converse or something.
Yeah, but that was the first time. In the beginning, we failed it. Then the second time we did it, we walked for 21 hours in total, and it was like
Non-stop?
yeah, some breaks. We went for a lunch break, some coffee.
Yeah.
We had a few like, let's sit on this bench.
You know how many McDonald's they walk past?
That's crazy.
They walk past like 35,000 McDonald's doing all that shit. Yo,
Bro.
in the Netherlands, there's random McDonald's in the middle of nowhere. You know how many of those they walk past and they were like, should we go? Nah, bro.
What did you have for lunch? Do you remember?
Like
How did you fuel up?
We made some sandwiches. We took some like fucking
Can you
grapes.
imagine
some
sitting on like?
nuts.
Can you imagine seeing these motherfuckers walking
Dude,
for like?
we
I
ran.
always wanted to do that. Look, like you ever see like when you're on a train and there's like some beautiful scenery, you
Yeah.
like if I had
was-
the balls to walk and come out here and do this shit,
Yeah.
this would be a dope spot to
That-
just hang out.
Hikes are super conceptual. You're right. Like conceptually, they always look awesome. Every time I see anything on TikTok being like places you need to visit, and I see these people hiking up a beautiful mountain with the
Yeah.
ocean, I go, dude, that looks so cool. I've never even Googled like how to do it. I just think it looks cool.
Hiking?
Hiking. Well, I've hiked, but I'm saying no. I
What
mean,
the fuck?
like
Yo,
Hiking looks
fam.
cool.
hiking.
Yo, fam, South Africa ain't that bad. He's like, yo, I would see videos of people hiking. I was like, yo, what's that like, bro? That's so fucking crazy.
yeah.
I was just, it gets on his TikTok feed. People just
Dude,
hiking.
people hiking. It's my
I bet too.
manifestation feed. It's like, dude, gotta go on a hike. Yeah, I tell people I like hiking. I tell girls I like hiking,
But you don't.
but I don't. No, I don't really like.
does.
Like I have to walk.
I do.
Firstly,
People do, people do, but-
firstly,
Yeah.
I'm scared of heights,
Mhm.
right? And every time someone goes, it's not that high. It's like hiking. You're going up a mountain, right?
Not
Mountains.
Is that why you came to the Netherlands?
Yeah, it's the flattest place ever. It's the only place I'm not
Because
scared of
there's
heights.
also hikes that's just long ass, like straight, like
No,
you just
that-
keep
does that
walking
count as
through
a hike?
valleys and shit.
Hmm?
That is a hike.
Yeah.
But it's
A hike doesn't have
don't you have
be
to don't you have to
mountains.
ascend? Don't you
No.
have to go
No.
up?
No.
That's not a hike.
No.
So a hike's also just a long walk.
Yeah.
Like
so you went
literally
hiking.
just
You hiked to Schiphol.
like if you tell someone
Yeah.
take a hike, you think bro's like, I guess I'm gonna go on a mountain adventure. like no, they're gonna think like I'm gonna get out of
That's a
here.
good point.
Maybe the
Yeah.
difference is a backpack. Like if you go for a walk, you don't bring a backpack. If you go for a hike, you kind of have to bring a backpack.
It's just any long walk like that
But
you
I
do
feel like
with your feet.
I've walked around Vondelpark, and if I said I'm going on a hike, and they said where, and I said Vondelpark, people have a couple questions, right?
Yeah.
No, if
fair.
you said on a hike to Vondelpark from Maastricht, I believe you.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, now you cook it.
Okay,
Now it's
I
a
feel
hike
you.
now.
Okay,
Now
so
it's a
about
hike.
Distance. This is like distance.
It's like distance, but it's like the strenuous effort that goes into it.
Is that
it's
why
like,
it's called hitchhiking? Hitchhiking.
no, I think that's different.
I know that's a hitch a hike.
Hitch a hike.
Because maybe
yeah,
someone is already traveling a long distance and you hitch on their shit because you're like, hey, take me where you going.
Exactly.
Do you think we're really stupid or really smart? I can't tell this conversation. I'm stupid.
No.
A little bit of both.
Oh,
A little bit of both.
I
We're getting to the bottom of it.
I like Sjoerd. The bottom of it.
Wha-
That's
wha-
like
what's-
the opposite of a hike.
That's the opposite
Oh,
of
wait,
a
no,
hike.
it's not.
That's a
Anyway.
descent.
That's a descent. Yeah.
That's a descent.
That's a descent. Have you ever climbed a mountain?
Yeah. I almost died.
What happened? You never
Bro,
told
I
me
was a
about it.
kid. I didn't even have, like, you got no leg strength, right? So I hiked up multiple hills on St. Martin.
Yeah.
Because they got big ass ones, and there's even one where they got currently the deepest. What's it called? The deepest. What's that shit called? A zip line. The world's steepest zip line is in St. Martin right now. So it's from the top of a hill all the way down to the bottom of it.
Some rusty chain.
Yo,
yeah.
I did that shit, and I will tell you this. I thought it would have been so much worse quality than it was, but then I found out it's a Dutch company that also produces it. So I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
They ain't gonna let that shit slide like that, right?
Oh,
It
I
was
hate people like going bungee jumping in the most
Oh,
Dude, no way. You
third
couldn't. No,
world
there's
countries.
nothing you
Like,
could
oh,
offer me
man.
to bungee jump off a plane is insane, and it makes me angry.
no,
when-
that's not bungee jump. Bungee
Oh,
jump
jump,
is
yeah,
where you
sorry,
bounce
that's
back
right.
up.
Exactly.
The
But
bounce
even
back
that
is crazy.
Bounce back is crazy. But even fucking what's skydiving? But bungee jumping is to me scary actually.
Yeah.
Because like jumping off and then having to like the comeback seems like the worst part. Also, do they just pull you back up? Like what happens? Like it's
No,
like
You
a
bounce
fish.
back.
No,
Bounce,
but you don't
no,
bounce all
bro,
the
you
way
don't
back.
you don't bounce back and you land on your feet.
Like you're just hanging there for
You're
quite
hanging
a
there.
while. And
You
they
bounce
don't
back
cut
and then
the rope.
it's like slows down. That's momentum type shit. That's inertia.
Oh, wait, bungee. So then you're really just hanging after it's done?
Did you think you jumped off attached to a bungee and then you
Whoop.
10.
And he sticks the landing.
That's so funny. 'Cause do you know what that means? Is every time Sjoerd watches a bungee jumping, he scrolls.
I never
past
seen a
before he
bungee jump
finishes.
video.
Yeah. Oh, you just know it. That's
I
how,
never seen a bungee jump.
dude, that's so,
video.
how do we get exposed for hiking and not knowing bungee jumping is the same fucking
The only
thing?
reason I know bungee jumping is because in
Mission
Full House,
Impossible.
in Full House, Jesse and them, they go bungee jumping and like
Never
they
watched
just
Full
jump
House.
off, but I didn't see what happened after.
Oh, you get
So
scared.
I just assumed that. Oh,
That's
I didn't
so
know.
That'd be cold. I don't think that's actually humanly possible to do. Actually, it probably is. People can do that. Some freak.
I don't think
David
it's
Goggins could do that.
like
I think I should
physically
speak could pull it
possible.
off.
I Show Speed could. He's a supreme athlete. I Show
This
Speed.
motherfucker got that.
He got that on.
You know I Show Speed, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
motherfucker cold,
Yeah.
bro.
He cold.
Yo, I think he could outrun. I think he could outrun time itself, dog. Like
For
this
real.
motherfucker.
He's
At
so
this point,
fast.
he still looks so young, and
Yeah,
right,
but
and he's doing
but
all
he's
of these
like
incredible
19.
things.
He's like
Is he
20.
still?
He's like.
How
Isn't
old
he
is
like 22, 20?
I
He gotta
think
be
he's-
20.
I think he's probably maybe he's 20 now. He's probably 20 now. But were you a good runner?
Never.
Never.
But I'm like, but that's the thing that I was like thinking about it because I was like, bro, like
he's 20.
he's 20.
Wow.
Right? Success is so oversaturated. This guy became so successful at streaming. He was like, I guess I'm gonna be an athlete now.
guess I'm an
bro,
athlete
like
now.
that's why you gotta stay hungry, bro.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta stay hungry.
yeah.
Bro got so oversaturated with the streaming. He probably he has so much money, he can dedicate every hour of his life to training to run. And at 20, yeah, man, of course you're
Do
gonna beat a lot of
whatever-
motherfuckers.
yeah,
like,
do whatever you
bro's in the
want,
prime
dude.
health of his life. This is crazy.
Dude, stay hungry. Would
You really do. Gotta stay hungry.
Could you run?
I could. I'm not the quickest, but
Swimmer?
not
You-
that.
I know for sure if Wessel wanted to and actually like ran every day, he'd be like
Long distance for sure.
I can,
hiking,
but
yeah.
like, cause the fact that you pull off the 100,000
That's
thing,
what I'm saying.
right? If you really wanted to, you could
that's-
probably be a like phenomenal
That's what
runner.
actually we were gonna have an intervention about you. We don't think you push yourself hard enough. You gotta really want it, dude. You gotta.
Hey, I quit smoking for a month.
yeah.
Yeah,
well,
you
okay.
try it.
Yeah. No. Well. Okay.
Oh, I'd like
okay.
to see
Oh,
you
well,
guys try
wait.
it.
This is
Cut
about
this
you,
out.
not
Cut
me,
this
bro.
yeah. Fuck you. Well, let's get a new.
I'm the only one
producer.
not high right now.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. That's the accusations. It's fucking 2 p.m. Not even 12.
Wait, so you chose to do 2 hard things?
No, we do one every year.
But what's crazy?
So last year was the walk.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
No,
okay.
in the last year we didn't do one. So we have to catch up.
he
This one's actually for last year. We still have to do another one this year.
Oh, so you wait. So you
Yeah,
have to. You're
they
gonna do
stack.
another one
Yeah,
still?
they stack up. But it's really hard to make them up. Like what's
have you tried
100,000 steps is really easy because it's just it is really hard. But it's
so you need to do something that is extremely hard.
Yeah.
That there's a 50% chance that you fail.
yeah.
Okay, so it's like
And
it's not like a guaranteed.
No, and it has to be a mental because with the 100,000 steps, I think anyone who doesn't have a broken leg can do it.
Yeah.
It's purely mental. Like
Yeah.
on 80,000 steps, you're just you wanna stop.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with smoking. We're now on day 12. It's not even fucking half, and I just want to smoke a joint. But
Yeah.
it's the mental game.
Do you know what happens if one of them smokes?
What?
Tell them what the forfeit is.
If I smoke, my friend gets 5 anytimers on me.
He gets 5 what?
Anytimers.
Do you know what an anytimer
Any
is?
times?
An anytimer.
And any timer.
Yeah, an anytimer is I can say on any moments of the day I can call you up, whatever, chug a beer, and you have to do it.
You have to
Like
chug a
even if you
beer.
don't have one, you have to get one and chug it.
You have to go chug a beer wherever you are. So I can wake up at 3 a.m. and be like, yo, Sjoerd, I'm using one of my anytime. You have to get up and go get a beer and chug it, no matter where you are.
You can do them right after each other. I can make him chug 3 beers at the same time.
Think about
so funny.
So what I was thinking, I thought the best.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't think that's what the Japanese intended.
No.
I don't think that's the point of what they were doing.
Everyone
They
has
definitely weren't making each other chug beers,
bro,
dog.
Everyone has their own journey.
Everyone has their own journey.
This is the
Oh.
spirit. This is yo. This is the
Any time off.
Yeah, we needed the punishment.
I
At first
thought
we thought money, but then
that's
I-
too easy for
yeah.
you. Me and Sjoerd, you money, we'd be locked
I
in
think
for a
that's
month.
I think that shit serious, bro.
For real, 20
Like, yo,
bucks.
chill
Yeah,
out with
that's
that.
it. I'll stop. Give me $20, I'll stop. I was thinking that if they could convince the other one to go to an AA meeting and just make them chug 5 beers there, that would be the best. That's worst case scenario.
Oh my god.
We think the
Like
worst
the
place to
worst
do it,
place to
And
actually do
we
an any
said
timer.
We ended up going to an AA meeting, chugging 5 beers, and then dipping.
Nah, you know what I would do? I would save that any timer. I'd wait till bro is 42 at a PTA meeting.
Oh,
I'd be like, yo, anytime, big man.
dude. Can you imagine? I come with you.
Yeah,
with you.
so Jason's not really doing
Is
too.
it-
I'm so sorry, I have to take this. So anyway, so how's
Just
Jason doing at school?
the bottom of a can.
He's coughing.
It's like,
So how's Jason doing?
we actually thought Jason was having problems at home. And we can see now that we might have a couple ideas of what they were. So can you imagine I come with you, you go, dude, I think I'm finally going to propose to my girl. I come with you. As you go, will you go, anytime you go. Don't even get it out. That'd be, dude, a funeral, that's tough.
Oh yeah.
Funeral's tough.
Anything at school.
It has to be yours.
That's-
Bro, wake up.
Bro, wake up.
Bro,
please,
please,
you
bro.
promised. Oh, dude, that's a sad scene at the end
Just
of a movie.
Waking someone up.
That's what I think. Like, as we were doing this, I was like, this is low-key a movie.
That's a movie.
Yeah.
Dude,
This
we
is
just-
low-key a
we
like
just
movie.
wrote a
if playing tag can be a movie, this can also be a movie.
I think so.
yeah.
Call it anytime.
It's a fun concept, and it's going to be wholesome at the end.
Be wholesome at
It's like,
the
bro,
end.
this is my last any time, bro, please.
Yo, guys,
Wake up.
Someone email us what we just said. Okay, so the movie's called Anytime. Yeah, dude, and we already have the end. So
Any timers is really a great.
Anytime is. Wow.
I like that.
I like that.
We got a fucking show idea.
We got to write this down, yo.
No, cut the cameras.
Cut the cameras.
Let's start shooting right now. It's so
But this is like a reoccurring punishment in our house.
That's great.
Yeah, we live with 4 guys, and you just play a game of
How
darts.
about this? If you're late next time, you give us one anytimer.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
Okay.
a great one. Just one anytimer.
We could do that.
We'll give you five minutes leeway. 5 minutes before or after. 12. Like if we say meet at 12, you can be at 12 or 5.
No,
Okay.
like it would just like, oh, here's a beer, and you have to do it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like
that's-
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime you mention crack, you have to do it at any timer.
You're gonna get a new co-host. Because then I'm gonna become an addict. Not because there's any history.
Don't say the word, bro.
No.
That's
I'm
your
a baby.
Voldemort, bro.
Oh, I'm just a
Anytime you
baby.
say the word, just a baby.
I'm just a baby.
Baby,
now.
no crack, baby. Baby, no
Dude.
crack.
Black don't fuck, dude. Oh no. Dude. Yeah, that I'd be done, dude. I'd quit. I'd be
It's
like,
so funny.
I guess I'm just gonna talk about my friends. I'm gonna talk about love. Oh,
I actually do like that. Okay, so it's between you and your guys. So like, what is like at any time that you had in particular that you were like, oh, this is a really funny moment to do the anytime?
I haven't had a lot. So usually it's just he gives one to me and I just give one back immediately.
oh yeah,
But it's
you
not
go
like-
down together.
I don't have a lot of them. I don't play the games the most.
That's
know what-
so
do you know what
funny
they
because
do,
they
dude?
call it a game, but it's really just you drink. No, you drink.
Yeah.
No, so you guys just want to drink together.
You know what they do is they also threaten each other. They're like, "Yo, go pick this up," and they go, "No." I go, "If you don't, I'm gonna make you do it anytime." So it's actually like unlimited power. So you don't even need to give it; you can just threaten them with it.
That's so. Oh my god,
Isn't
the
that
things
fucking
dudes do
crazy?
to entertain themselves is so fire, bro.
That's
You're
so
like, bro, let's
crazy.
compete on drinking, dog.
Dude, it's so, dudes, we're so simple. It's so funny. It's so funny. Did you have a good weekend?
Good weekend. What did I do? What the hell did I do?
Did you?
You guys had a couple shows.
We had a couple shows. We did that thing yesterday. I thought that was funny. I
Oh
had to
yeah,
go all
we
that
did a
way.
cool thing. Yeah, we did a cool
You
thing.
did a cool
yesterday.
thing. I watched you.
No,
guys.
you were there too. There's evidence. There's evidence, bro. There's
was
like
it-
5
what-
seconds of evidence.
What was it called?
It was called "Are You Offended?" Oh, no, it's called "Offended Yet," right? And it's like so like these Breda students, like these creative marketing students, right? They hit up these creative business students. They hit us up and they was like, "Yo, we want y'all to come and do our interview show." So at first it was like me and Roger. And I didn't know he was going to be a part of it. I just knew Roger and me was going to be in it. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, Roger back, right? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we're going to pull this off, right? So we're going to go, everything. They organized a call with us and everything. And in the call, I'm like, yeah, just a couple of students just organizing like a fun program. We're not being paid for it. It's just like completely just a fun interview game show kind of thing.
Okay.
So we're like, okay, it's going to be in front of like a small crowd, whatever. Man,
The production looks
I
sick.
thought this shit was gonna be in the back of a library somewhere. Like, I thought this shit was gonna be. Son, we had multiple stages, a crew, mics, cameras, lights. I was
Floor
like,
manager.
action, yo, let's go.
Someone was going like this behind the cameras. Me.
No way.
Yeah, it was
Yo,
crazy.
giving us all kind of hand signs. I thought she was throwing up a set for a
For
second.
real.
I got confused.
Oh,
She was all
God.
like, yo, I was
At
like,
some point, I saw bro. He got confused. I was
like,
watching. They went like
relax.
this, and he went, "Is that 3 seconds or 30?" And he went, I saw one of you get confused.
they kept giving us so many different shit. One of the hosts was like, yeah, so when you see me do this,
Yeah.
that means you have to wrap it up. We were like, all right, cool. We start rolling, cameras on. First question, she goes, so how long y'all been doing it? I'm like, oh my God.
It's like, oh, they're cooked. I didn't even notice that.
I was like, oh my God.
Cooked.
no.
Oh my God,
We
we just
just started.
How long have we known each other? 5 years. Crazy.
But it was really fun, man. I feel like they had a lot of good games involved. It was a great time. You could tell it was also like their first time kind of running it
Yeah.
up. They said it was their first time doing it. So everybody was equally as nervous as us. They didn't know what was gonna
Yeah.
be good.
They were excited. My first question, I was like, "Dude, you guys got headphones? Are you guys excited?" They're like, "Yeah, yes." I was, because they were students, but they were all dripped out in full gear. As you said, it was a full studio.
Yeah.
We walked past like Steve Madden posters. It was like, oh, it was an actual.
It smelled
studio.
incredible in there.
They
It
said,
smelled incredible
and
in
they
there.
said we organize snacks for you. And I went, okay, it's a real production. type
Yo,
shit.
bathrooms phenomenal in that building.
Smells really good.
Yo, I couldn't believe it. I was like, yo, we were in there, and then at some point I was like, oh yeah, he's here too, right?
We went on the train together.
Because
We
I
were
ain't
there
gonna
for an
lie,
hour and a half.
when he was like, yeah, I'm going to Breda with you, and I heard him say that, I was like, yeah, all right. Like, I didn't think too much about it. When I saw bro, like, literally at the station with us, I was like, he really finna pull up. I didn't know, like, they didn't mention, like, bro wasn't in the video call, so I was like, this is interested. And he's like, yeah, they asked me to come. I'm like, did he get different instructions? Why is he coming?
I got different instructions.
On a show about cancel culture, because that's what it was about. They wanted to talk about cancel culture and, like, you know, our thoughts on it, and like play some games like revolving around it.
Yeah.
So we would do like a game where they would play this or that. So like you would be like, so like they would be like, which one would you get rid of, Kanye West or Donald Trump? And it would be stuff like that, and then you'd have to answer it quickly, and at the end you'd have to explain your answer.
Okay.
So you have to go really quick, and you're like, oh, I don't even know why I said that, but I guess now I have to explain it. And it's very like, so I remember one they asked me, they were like, gay son or thought daughter. I was like, oh my God.
And his justification was so funny. It was,
I said gay son because that was the first thing I heard, right? I heard gay son. I didn't really hear thought daughter
Thought
until
daughter. Is that just a lesbian daughter?
thought
no, thought is like
Go say it.
What is no? It's like it's like a hoe.
Okay.
It's like she like a hoe. She just fuck everybody.
Yeah.
Like a thought daughter. Like she
Okay.
just fuck everybody.
Oh,
right?
that's hard.
That's hard. Yeah.
That's hard.
Oh, the choice.
The choice. It's like,
Sorry.
I thought you were like thought daughters. That's tough.
Yeah.
Let me see where you can find some.
So I was like, yeah, gay son. And they were like, yeah, you said gay son. Why? And I was like, I don't know. Like, he gonna help me organize my closet. Like, I was like, I didn't know what to describe. I was like, I just said something. And it was tough, man, because they really go really quickly. So you don't even think about it. I remember they asked Roger.
Oh, my God.
They said, who's the best person in the world? He was like, me. It was like, who's the worst person in the world? He goes, my mother. We're like, why did you say it? He's like,
and
I don't know.
Super tight with his mom. He went, and he went, fuck, dude.
What the fuck? It was great, dude. It was fantastic.
So my instructions, I got.
Oh, I should point out too, before you get to that, right? This wasn't even recorded. This shit was live.
It was live.
So after we did each segment, we had to like walk over to the next
Yeah.
part and like wait for the lights to come up on us to be like, okay, now go. Like, so everything, like there was no cuts. It was just on to the next game, on to the next game. They followed us with the stages. The lights would be off in one section. As soon as we go, lights come on. It was like, yeah, crazy shit. And so I was like, this shit is live. So we did like one, which apparently was a rehearsal. I didn't know it was a rehearsal.
Oh, you didn't know then?
I didn't know it was a rehearsal. I thought they were taking like recordings of it and they were gonna chop it up.
Okay.
But I don't know that was a rehearsal for the live joint.
Yeah.
Because when they was like, there's gonna be an audience, I was like, oh, okay. And they had chairs set up and he was the only one sitting there. So I was like, oh, they're gonna cut it up right where it gonna look like there's people behind, bro.
But so I got a text, I got a DM. I had a couple busy weeks, so it's like I kind of glimpsed through the DM, and the DM said, "Yo, we're shooting this video. Da da da. We've got Sjoerd Scott and Roger Buck coming. Da da da." So I was just like, "Oh, my boys are coming. Seems like it will be fun. I'm free that day. I'll go do it." But I didn't really look exactly at like what they wanted me to do. I could just tell that like what it was framed to me is like I'm gonna be like a plant. I'm gonna be an audience member, and I'll be a super fan, right, of something, and I'd be able to do something. But I arrived there. And I don't know what I thought, but I thought I would have more than one line. I didn't even have a line. It was just kind of like make noise and be super excited to be near Roger Buck. And I was like, oh, word, okay. But I was like, fuck it, bro, I'm here. I'm going to kill this shit. I'm a method act type shit. So I was like, bro, we're just getting hyped up on his Instagram. Like,
Getting hyped up.
I was like, I love Roger Buck.
Getting hyped up. He's watching.
Pumped up.
Fuck yeah,
dude.
Roger.
Can't believe Roger was here. Oh, another accent video. Oh, yeah. Oh, more accent. Oh, still, oh, yeah. Crowd work, yes. I was getting pumped up, you know. And then we got a picture of Roger's face. We stuck it to my shirt, you know. And then eventually I go, oh, we should get an audience member's
opinion. Should have taken pictures. We could put up like a picture of it right here. We should have did that. But there's evidence of it. We could probably find the evidence and screenshot it.
I've got a video.
Oh,
of me, of like a selfie of me doing it, which we could like I could have done like
bro,
this.
That's what you were doing in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Bro.
I was using the other hand. I was like, I've never looked this handsome.
Wow.
I've never looked this handsome with Roger Buck's face on my chest. It's always been my dream. But and then eventually it's like, hey, audience man, I go crazy, dude. I go, fuck yeah. I go, Roger Buck. I go, damn, I thought that was pretty good. And they come up to me, go, that was the rehearsal. They go, okay, we're gonna do the live thing now. And I go, hey, we're gonna ask you, can you do it a little bit shorter? I went, bro, I spoke for 12 seconds. So yeah, with like 10 would be tight. I'd be like, oh, okay. I got demoted halfway through, but I killed it, right? I thought, hey, I watched the video this morning. Did you get it?
Wait, the whole thing?
No, fuck the whole.
What video?
They sent me the video of the live stream. Yeah, of the whole thing. Sorry.
Oh, maybe they did.
Yeah.
But I just know
Looks
that it's that you could see the whole thing on like the website.
Yeah.
For like the Breda.
What's the website? Say
University.
Do you remember it?
Boas? It's like Boas.nl probably.
Yeah.
Because it's like Breda University. So
check
it's
it out.
probably
Shout out the students. That was fun.
Yeah.
Shout out to Offended Yet. It was dope. It was really dope. So yeah.
That was the first one. I thought they did it before. They never did it before.
One, no?
The first and the last one.
Oh, word.
They just did that as a one-time thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because at the end, they were like, yeah, next time we're going to have high celebrity guests. And they were like, actually, nah, we won't. This might be the last one. They literally said that at the end. I was like, that's crazy.
That's crazy, yeah. It was a good time, though. It was a good time.
Yeah. Any reason to go down to Tilburg?
Damn.
Tilburg's, yeah.
Far end.
That was a crazy part, too. I thought it was going to be in Breda. They had us in bumfuck nowhere Tilburg, but it was a dope spot.
It was dope. It was really tight.
I was literally telling them, I was like, yo, one thing Tilburg gonna have is beautiful people, right? And it gonna be a little fancy a little bit, right?
That's what Tilburg is like. I don't know much about it. I went just.
Brabant got money, bro.
Oh yeah.
Brabant got money.
Some pretty girls.
There's
Pretty girls.
a lot of drug labs there.
In Brabant?
A lot of what?
That's
In Breda, I know. Tilburg too?
Brabant's famous for drug labs. Like
Yes.
in all the drugs.
I
are out of
remember.
Brabant,
Oh my
yeah.
God, someone did tell me that like they used to be a part of Brabant that's like also like they used to have like trailers and shit, right? Where people would like cook meth.
Dude,
Like actual like little trucks and like
regular
trailers.
houses
Trailer parks.
also. A couple of years ago, there was a storm and a tree fell down on top of like just some area, some rural area, and it fell on a house, and it exposed the roof, and there was the biggest drugs lab they ever
really?
found in the Netherlands.
Oh,
And
crazy.
they got found because of a storm, because a tree fell on their house.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that because they're really close to Rotterdam?
No,
Because they're close to the port, so it's like
I don't really think. Well, I don't know, but I don't think most of it's going through boats. I think it's all going like across the land.
Can I just
Like,
say
it's the
really
biggest
fucked
export.
up? It's really fucked up that we're talking about this now and I can't use the word crack. And I can't use any.
I
of
know,
it.
this is why I brought
This
it
is
up.
so tough.
This is why I
I'm,
love
like,
this
sitting
topic.
here and
I was like,
I want to make this about myself so bad.
I know.
I
know.
want to make it
Go
about.
on, bro. Don't
No,
worry.
it's
We make
fine.
no
It's free,
crack
it's
at all.
free.
No, tell me more about the tree falling down on the lab.
Yeah. we mostly make ecstasy.
You mainly make ecstasy.
Yeah, MDMA and ecstasy. It's the biggest export of the Netherlands.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, because there's like billions of like drugs,
Dude.
like drug money here. But I also thought it was like coke as well and stuff like that. But
Really?
ecstasy, really?
Yeah, ecstasy's biggest export.
That would honestly make sense. Because you ever see that video with Waka Flocka Flame and Yellow Claw?
What?
No?
What?
Waka Flocka Flame and Yellow. Do you know Yellow Claw?
Yeah.
Of course you know Yellow Claw, right?
Who?
Waka
Wa-
Flocka.
Waka
You don't know
Flocka
Waka
Flame?
Flocka? Waka Flocka?
You don't know Waka Flocka
Waka
Flame?
Flocka?
Oh, nah.
Waka Flocka, Waka Flocka.
What the fuck?
What the
That's
fuck?
crazy.
Dude.
I'm going hard in the fucking paint. No?
Okay,
This
picture,
guy.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I have.
I love that we're teaching Wessel Waka
About
Flocka
Waka
Flame
Flocka.
right now. This is
You know,
incredible.
true story. I had this lady come up to me at a bar recently. She was really drunk, and she was sitting down. She was like, "My daughter's a singer," and I was like, "Oh, word!" And she was like, "What do you do?" And I was just like, "Oh, I'm a singer as well." And she was like, "Oh, write down like your music handle." And I wrote down Waka Flocka because I thought she'd go home and be like, "Oh my god, I met Waka Flocka." Like, somebody was like, "Dude, you wouldn't believe I was hanging with Waka Flocka."
I'm gonna show you this clip because this is kind of like it was like one of like the first things I saw about like the Netherlands like partying life. So it's like Waka Flocka Flame and Yellow Claw. I think they got like a song. So in it, it's like this like old Dutch guy,
Yeah.
and he like makes drugs with these like young guys.
Oh, it's called techno.
It's called techno.
Diplo.
And Diplo, yeah. So this guy, this old dude, he like, this is in the Netherlands, right? This is taking place in the Netherlands, right? So they
Cool.
filmed this whole thing, and it goes hard. It's really well produced, right? But so this guy, right, you know,
that
they out
Bruno
here like,
Mars?
there's so many familiar faces. No, that's the dude from Game of Thrones. You remember the dude that got his dick cut off?
Oh,
I forgot-
crazy. Yeah.
Not Ramsey, no.
No. But
Something like that.
little thing. No, what's his name? Fuck.
So like that's his daughter, right? She don't want going to school,
Theon
right?
Greyjoy.
Theon Greyjoy. Yeah, that sadly, right? So this dude, they gonna link up with bro, and it's like he don't want making all of the drugs, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to like go beyond it because this y'all first time seeing this.
Okay. For the listeners, do we
They
describe
give
to
bro basically at this point they give bro an opportunity that he can't turn down. You know what I mean? There's a chance to make some guap.
Okay, so he's making guap. Currently, a deal going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then this guy, so like you know, he on the phone. You know what I mean? He making money moves. These guys, they gonna smuggle this shit into his warehouse and shit, cause you know he gonna just collect a bag from it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He's helping them without even knowing it. So he's contributing to the drugs that get into the Netherlands, right?
Okay.
You know. But now he treating his daughter. He like, yo, sweetie, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get you a nice crib, you know, a nice bed, right? But look at all that drugs. Oh, guess what, babe? In the center of Amsterdam. What's up, baby? Yep, that's my daughter helping her build. You know what I'm saying? We came up in life, but she don't know how. She don't know how he doing this. She just think dad came up on some money, right? Yeah, a lot more dealings going on. Bada bing, bada boom, right? Quick moves, money moves, man.
Money moves type shit.
Now she in school. She like, yeah, I'm taking this education shit serious.
Do you want to break down the entire video?
I'm in
for
Amsterdam, and now she making friends, international, right?
She's
International
quite a famous
too.
Dutch actress, actually.
She's a famous Dutch actress.
Yeah.
Oh, then you're gonna love this part. But now now she hanging out with bro. She like, damn, you know, I'm a young girl. I'm outside. You know, we having a great time. Oh shit. Wait, is this the same dude I was just with? Did he just buy drugs? What's going on? But she don't know that. She don't know that. They just gonna go party. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have a party, go out, nightlife, have a great time. Oh, he dap him up? Oh, damn. Is that the same guy that was selling drugs? Crazy. Everything is connected, right? Is she partying? Is that techno? That's the name of the song. What a coincidence. Yo, this is great marketing for techno if you think about it. Is she at the locker room collected? Ain't no way that's the shit her dad's smuggling in the way. Did she take it? Oh, my God. Nah, now she going crazy. She feeling it. She having a good time. Shit bumping. Wait, what's going on? Oh, she tweaking. And then you could take it away now.
Wow.
That's enough. That's enough.
And she died.
That's enough.
Damn.
You're insane.
Bro, I saw that when I was like, when I came, I was 14. I was like 14. I watched this video.
He fucking knows every scene. He's like a live. It's like director's cut. It's like you fucking
Swear to
made
God.
it. You're fucking watching a genius episode of fucking Walk Up Like a Flame, Yellow Claw, Techno, and Diplo. He even knew when to cut it. Yeah, that was a good story arc, though.
It was a great story arc.
It was a great story arc. How would you push drugs?
What?
If you were trapping, how would you push it? How would you be able to, like, do you think you'd be a good drug dealer?
No.
No? Why
No,
not?
I wouldn't know how to do that shit.
No, you would.
I'm
You
terrible
chill.
at business.
Watch this. Like, dap me up. You
Bro,
ever, like, if there was
I
coke in that-
almost got used to do a wedding for 200. I'm terrible
Yeah,
at dealing.
No, he's
I'm
yeah.
terrible.
The way he values himself financially. By the way, if anyone wants to book Sjoerd, you can. You just need to ask. Oh,
You just need to ask for
remember
real.
what? Hey, what was the question? How much would it take? How much money would it take for you? What was the question we asked you? Oh, how much would I have to pay you to have gay sex with a man? Sorry, for a gay man to have sex with you because you're straight, right, Wessel?
So I'm going to have to take it.
You're gonna have to take it.
Well, I mean, to be honest, if you think about it, right, that's a pretty hard thing for you to do. So that's your thing for the year. So you don't actually get to be paid.
Fair.
Once you do that, your misogo good.
That's true.
Your misogo cleared for the next 5
there we
years, bro.
go.
I ain't gonna lie. For the
That's
next 5
true.
years,
You're
you'd be like, bro,
awesome.
I had gay sex last year. I'm not doing it again.
For sure.
I
There we
am
go.
good for the
There
next
we go.
decade.
There we go. We got it. We got it locked. Okay, so now you just gotta convince your roommate. Maybe it's actually the way to outsource it.
If rock, paper, scissors, who gets to take it?
Yeah.
Bro,
Okay.
that is a crazy any timer.
That's a crazy.
That's a
If
crazy
that's the
any timer.
anytime I can fuck in the ass. Is that what
Wait, oh
you-
no.
Sorry, that's my bad.
No.
Oh yeah, you.
Hey, yo.
Yo.
It's 3 a.m. You wake up,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, wake up, bro. Yeah.
Don't even wake him up.
Yeah, that's actually instead of
Prank him, John. That's so crazy.
That's so funny. Oh.
I love that.
Okay, how much money would it take for you?
Oh, man.
Just give a number.
30, apparently. You have to tell us subtly. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
30 bucks.
I know that's 30 minutes, but
30 bucks.
he's like, guys,
25 if it's in cash.
5 million?
5 million. Fuck you.
Damn.
Vessel. Fuck you. 5 million.
Vessel.
Fuck
Sex with
you.
you is
I like
not
that.
worth 5 million.
No, stop. We're not doing that.
I don't give a fuck.
There's a middle ground. You're saying if I gave you €1 million cash, think about it. Be realistic.
I'd do it, but I wouldn't admit it.
250,000,
No.
500,000,
I'd say 1 million.
750. 750, you do it.
750 is pretty
750
good.
you do it.
Okay.
750. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask Sjoerd straight. Right? You don't need to confirm. with
Inshallah.
that. Inshallah.
Sjoerd's
Inshallah
locked
after the
in.
podcast. Ask. This is dead ask. Ask him how much money it would cost him.
How much?
800.
Euros.
800 euros.
Euros.
Rent.
Canadian dollars, actually.
Less than rent. And ask him.
No,
why.
that's about rent
That's about rent.
for some people.
Some people. Some people who can afford you. Okay.
One actually, it's 800 because that was my rent at the time, but now it's gone up. Now it's what your rent is. I want 1 month's worth of rent.
Isn't that crazy? And the truth is because he thinks he wouldn't be he doesn't think he'd do a good job, so he feels bad for charging them too much. I'm like, bro.
Because customer service.
Bro, are you charging tax on that bitch as well?
I mean, you're going to get terrible feedback. You want your reputation in the streets to be like, yeah.
Feedback like he wants to do. This is my thing about it. Feedback like he wants good
Yeah, guys,
work.
actually, Daniel's butt is pretty trash.
Yeah.
You want that on you?
Fine.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So $800 is like, even if it's bad, at least it was only $800.
Come on, bro, to be like, I had a good time. That's pretty cool. You're a pretty all right guy.
He's working value for money. That's it. You're doing $750.
I'm making your money's worth. You get what you pay for.
He's just a businessman, every time, dude.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of,
what you want as a businessman, right, with a customer, you want to make their life as easy as possible.
Listen, let's start a GoFundMe. Let's raise €800. Next podcast, the cold opening. Sjoerd getting fucked by some guy.
I just want to tell you right now, if you see that, Miami Sogo clear. Miami Sogo good, bro. Do something hard. I did that.
Let's go.
I did that.
Oh.
Just the ad break in a minute is we selling him out.
Yeah. Oh, dude. All right, let's take a break. Let's get you some.
Wait, should we take a break or should we just almost wrap up?
We've just done 30 minutes.
Oh, we're on? I thought we had 30 left.
Oh, no. We're at 30 minutes.
We're at 30
we're
now.
at 40, actually. But
Oh.
40. So take a quick break.
Okay, then let's take a break.
Take back. Yeah? Sweet. In a bit. Oh, fuck.
Hey, guys. We're going to be at Luxembourg, the Carlitos Comedy Club, July 18th at 8 p.m. is going to be me, Daniel, and Roger Bach.
Yes, sir. And then I'll be at Volta for doing my debut solo hour. I'll call you back on June 28th. The first show is almost sold out. There's still a late night show. We might add a third. I hope not. But come to the ones that are there. And
He's going to actually have a shirt change, too. It's going to go crazy.
I'll change 3 shirts.
So make sure you're there for the second show.
Morgan J's opening the
Morgan
early
J's
show. You can run it. And then Russell Peters is doing door.
Thank y'all so much.
Thanks, yo.
But if you were a model and you could charge people to come see you talk, you wouldn't?
I mean, here's the thing. I've got my master's in applied math and computer science.
Yeah.
That the opening level job, like what I would earn in a year, it like makes me feel a little bit nauseous sometimes when I think about how much money I could have.
Yes, but that's kind of what I think is different because you also would have a master's in computer science just as almost 70% of the population in Amsterdam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel you.
Yeah.
But this way, you can make your own job.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? As a master's in computer science, you had interviews, cramming like a motherfucker, trying to be prepared.
There's a reason why I'm not doing it is because the freedom we get, to me, you can't put a price on.
No.
Like being like, oh, just like, it's like, yeah, most days I'm free. You want to hit me up, I guess. I gotta just check if I'm doing something else.
I just gotta check if I'm doing something else.
It's like people, like all my friends are going like, shit, we gotta go to bed. Like we have to wake up for work tomorrow.
It's crazy.
I have to wake up at some point, inshallah, but like it doesn't really matter when, Like I wake up early because I'm an early person, but like I don't.
It always fucks me up because whenever my friends are like, yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep, I'm like, should I?
Yeah, it makes you feel guilty.
Should I?
You also have the residual guilt.
Because they would be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna head home. I'm like, for real?
For real? For me, the worst thing is they go like, oh my God, I can't wait for Friday. I can finally relax. I'm like, damn, bro, I got like 8 shows this weekend. It's going to fucking blow. And then Monday comes around, they're all depressed. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Mondays are weekends for us in the Netherlands for comedians. Like there's like 1 or 2 shows.
I had the same thing when I was filming a lot.
Yeah.
I was always filming parties.
Yeah.
Or driving as a chauffeur on festivals. So it's always working the weekends.
Yeah.
So Monday and Tuesday is just nothing.
Dude, love a good Monday, dude.
Yeah.
I love a good Monday. I had a crazy weekend. I opened for Morgan J.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
your name,
Insane
bro?
work. Insane work.
Insane work.
What's your name, bro?
What's your name, bro?
Did you had how you were gonna sing your name prepared as well?
At literally at one point when I was watching after I opened and I was standing in the audience, I was like, this motherfucker, he could come up to me with the camera. He's that type of dude that would be like, yo,
I feel like he goes
Daniel.
up to everybody at least once.
He did go up to me once because what happened is I opened the show and I was recording the audio. And then I was so excited after the first show, I walked off stage, but I left my phone on stage.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, dude, I left my phone on stage. And I went up to Mussy, he's camera guy and tour manager, and I was like, bro, I left my phone on stage. And then I was watching, and then they did something. They were like magicians, bro. They like Morgan had like just passed it supernaturally to Mussy, like you'd even notice. I was like, okay, cool, they got my phone. Motherfucker walks straight up to me at the he goes, yo, bro, you left your phone, like camera on me. And then he goes, you left your phone. He goes, never fucking do that again. And he keeps walking. But he fucking he's like, yo, give it up. And he kept fucking walking. Yeah, he's like
the nicest dude, bro.
Shout out Morgan. Shout out
nicest
Morgan
dude. Cause you gotta break it down, right?
Yeah.
Listen. If y'all ever wanna achieve something in life, this man is a prime example of that.
Yeah.
This is what hard work, dedication, and Big Sean would do.
This
is what this man saw Morgan J walking, and he chilling. This motherfucker was having what was it? 2 coffees?
I was having 2 coffees and
having 2 coffees
and a little joint.
And a little joint. The combination of an unemployed man.
Before the Mez rap, before I was performing.
This on a Saturday afternoon. So unemployed. I'm loving this.
Super exactly freedom.
So unemployed.
And I was prepping for work.
Yo, coffee and a joint.
Coffee and a joint.
Yo, spliff and caffeine is crazy.
Bro, I have to get ready for my 9 to 9:30.
And so he locked in, right? Bro's tweaking out, right? You see bro, and he's like, I gotta attack that.
I gotta. So
right? Break it down. So you tweaking with this joint and 2 coffees in your hand.
I was dead ass. I was tweaking on Saturday. I was struggling mentally. I wasn't having a good day. And I go for walks sometimes. And I've been trying to do this thing where it's like I go do something nice for myself. If I'm feeling bad, just try it. If I still feel bad, shit, at least I tried type shit. So I was like, okay. So I went to go for a walk.
That's super positive, bro.
Yeah, I sat, had a coffee. I was writing, and I saw Morgan walk out, and I was like, damn, bro. And I just told the people next to me, and I was like, hey, can you just watch all my stuff? I left my phone, I left my keys and everything there. I knew he was doing a show. I walked up to him, and I just said, what's up? And he said, what's up? And he's just the nicest dude. And we just kind of spoke for a little bit. And it was kind of like, I was like, I just asked him and if I could open for him. And that's for reference, opening for someone that big, that's not something that you get the day before and from the actual person.
Yeah,
you know?
no.
Like when we've done
this is insane.
When we've done it, like if you do comedy, it's like when I've told people were super pumped up that I did it. They were confused when I told them how I got it. Yeah. Which is literally just like, yeah. So
I'm pretty sure that's how Lil Wayne made his album.
Yeah.
People just ask him, yo, can it be on Carter 6?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, bro.
Shout out. Great.
It's equivalent to that.
Sidebar, yeah, Carter 6.
It's like, imagine being featured on a Morgan J song. It's like asking him the day before, hey, bro, I'm a local artist. Can I get a feature on your song tomorrow?
Sure. Crazy.
That you about to drop? It's equivalent to that.
So, yeah, and he checked me out, my Instagram, and then he checked it out. He'd asked me what's the biggest show I've done, and it was kind of the same size as the venue he was doing. So he checked. But bro, then I saw him. He pulled me over at Soho House, took me over to his tour manager, Mussy. Shout out Mussy, the GOAT, dude. Introduced me to Pat, the other opener, and was just like, yo, come through tomorrow night. Kind of booked me on, showed me the details. Went up, 2 sold out shows at Theatre Amsterdam.
Isn't that insane?
Insane.
Isn't that insane?
I saw the pictures.
As a rapper, if you want to get signed, you have to freestyle in front of bro. Yeah. This guy just walked into a comedian. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Huh?
For sure.
And he's like, okay, I fuck with your confidence. That's so crazy.
Exactly. Literally.
That's so crazy.
Literally. And that's what they said to me. It said we rocked with the confidence.
Not a single person was like, tell me a joke. Not a single person
didn't
was
audition or didn't do anything, you know. But and to tell you what dope people they are, Pat, Mussy, and Morgan. Yeah. It's like I was nervous, bro. They chatted to me for like 2 or 3 minutes, and just their vibe and
incredible.
Just their authenticity behind all of their actions.
Magnetic.
Just let me down, being like, bro, this is awesome, and it just made me feel really grateful. And I just had the best time, dude. I've done shows this big before, but I was quite nervous, and I felt like, bro, I gotta lock in, da da da. And he had just like, I gotta lock in, but I'm gonna have a really good time. And you know, and Mussy pulled me aside before both shows and just said some really nice things to me. Just like things I've been working in this industry for a little bit now. People haven't really shown that authentic kindness and support. Like they were rooting for me, you know. And yeah, it was really cool. And then we just kind of hung out the last few days. And yeah, dude, it was really, I felt like it almost felt like a little bit like I'm becoming more of a bit of a spiritual person, you know. Had a little bit of a tough month, but I kept being like, you know, let's put positive energy out there. And then I got blessed. There's no two. I got lucky. I got blessed. And Morgan just kept saying to me, he's like, bro, you always got to just say what's up. He's like, you got to say what's up because then good things happen if you say what's up. And yeah, dude, just our conversations with all of them. It's like, it felt like a blessing, dude. I learned a lot, and it was just really, it was dope, dude. It was super dope. I fuck with,
And after that, we had to perform for 20 people.
yeah, exactly.
Bro was like, this is a crazy come down.
Crazy come down. Dude, I hosted an open mic last night. That was my next show after it. And I loved it. And I had a really fun show last night. I love the game. I love comedy. You know, I had a really good time. Actually, I had the best time I did hosting an open mic. And it was a tough show. It wasn't a lot of people. But, like, I just felt super grateful. And I felt super happy to do comedy. And that's the right way to do it, you know, just to kind of... And then, and that's it. Also, the first time I ever opened for Michelle Wolf. And the next night, you and I had a show together. We performed for 7 people. You know, it was, like, literally 2 rows of people. That's it. It was awesome. It was fucking fire. Shout out. And also shout out those damn boat guys. Shout out those damn boat guys because they put us on a boat. And that was fire. I was on a boat with Morgan J, Masi, Patrick, Gianmarco Soresi, and his opener who was traveling in. Shout out. And yeah, we just chilled. Went on a boat. The Maxime from those damn boat guys, our boat driver. He was fucking awesome. Just hanging out as well. Super happy to be there, telling fun facts and shit. Yeah, it was a good weekend. Nice. Had a really good weekend. Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the details.
Thanks.
Bro was like, we were on a boat, sick. You should have been there.
You're right. Okay, I should
Bro
go.
Was like, and he gave us fun facts. You should have been there.
Can I be honest? Is that sometimes I get self-conscious. I go, I'm talking too much, and I don't want it to feel super.
Bro, you're not saying enough.
Okay, word. Okay, so we were
like what was like a standout moment for you from like the whole like interaction with him for the last 3 days? You basically hung out with him and his crew. What is like one moment that you're like, I'm not gonna forget this? This was sick. This was fun. It was funny. We laughed a lot. Well, it was just like a dope moment. What would you say was like a takeaway?
Dude, it was a couple things. I had a few conversations with Masi that was kind of like, it was just like the things we spoke about. I like felt Masi he's a type of dude that like he really looks after his family and he really looks after his friends. And there was a couple moments between the 3 of them where they would just look out for each other, where it was like, it kind of showed me at any level of fame, you can be a really good person and you can carry this out, and it can be like, and it can be authentic. And it's like, if
what gave that away? Like what was like an example of them looking out for each other? You were like, oh yeah, this is like a solid group.
I'm just trying. There was. I want to just be a little bit vague because I don't know what details I want. But pretty much, we were shopping. And it's just like at different points, Masi would just like say something to Morgan in the sense of which is just coming out like, yo, I'm looking out for you, bro. Let's just double check this. He was double checking things in the background, being like, yo, no, this tight. Yo, this valid. This not valid. So they're just looking at each other for that. And then I met up when I was with Pat yesterday or the day before. He was just telling me he had a little bit of an emotional night. And what they did is Masi and him just hung out and they just had a really long conversation. And like, because there's a lot of shit happening in LA where Pat's from.
Yeah.
And he was just feeling a type of way about the protests and everything. And they just kind of leaned on each other. And there was a lot of strength. And it reminds me how I interact with my friends, which I thought was really special. Which was like, dude, you guys are having fun? Oh, and this was tight. And Masi said something to me. They're going to Brazil next. They got like 6 more European countries. Then they go back to the States. And then they're going to Brazil. And I looked at Masi and I was like, yo, bro, you excited for Brazil? And he was kind of like, yeah. And I was like, oh, you've been before? Because to me, I was like, if I was going to Brazil, I'd be like, dude. Hyped up. And he was kind of like, yeah, but I'm also excited for tomorrow. And I was like, oh, word. And pretty much it's like he's living so much in the present that he kind of looks at each day as a blessing. That's what I took away from it.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not even trying to, I'm not trying to be there. I'm trying to be right here. Yeah. I'm trying to be here with you guys. And it's like, yeah, dude. And that's not something I experienced at that level of fame. And you reach the success. People are stopping you everywhere you go. And you're addressing everything with love and addressing everything with authenticity. And it's like, even Morgan, bro. Even Morgan with no, he asked Jean Marco if I could open for him. I love shout out Jean Marco Ceresi. He's a really dope comedian. I actually DM'd him like a month ago, being like, "Yo, can I open for you?" I didn't even.
So it doesn't always work.
It doesn't always. It never works.
It doesn't always work.
It barely ever works.
Yeah,
you know,
shoot or shoot, bro.
Shoot or shoot though.
Yeah, 69%.
And Morgan and him, yeah, exactly.
69%
I'm on like
is gonna go
6%, but when you hit it, it's a fucking jackpot, you know. But Morgan asked him like on my behalf, and he was just trying to put me on, just because it's just because he can and because he wants to. And we had a good time over the weekend. So it was, you know what it is? It was almost not one specific moment. It was more just learning, like, about them and getting to know them better, and them being so open to get to know me and my friends. And it was like just a really nice experience. It's like, oh, dude, you gotta be present. You gotta like have a good time. You gotta surround yourself with people that you love. Keeping shit in house works, and it's like if you look out for each other, there's not much that can go wrong because you're with worst case scenario, you're with your friends. You know, they didn't love this one of the shows in Amsterdam, but still the vibe was like, oh, we're still with each other, you know, and that was really cool to see. And I haven't seen that personally. I haven't seen that in person, and it's not something I really expected, to be honest, to like have such a have such a tight knit crew that were really real with each other, being supportive, goofing around. They goofy guys. You know, Morgan Jay's a goofy guy. What he's saying is true. It is. You get what you see. You know.
How did your show go?
It was awesome. That's the funny thing as well. It was like, personally, it was cool. It's also like, I think you might have had this before. It's like, it's really fun to go to, and it feels really cool. But it's like no one's there for you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really.
Oh, you mean like his performance?
Yeah.
Like how did? Oh yeah. That's very
So it's like. So the actual performance, it's really cool if you get to do two shows on the same night, because the first one, it does feel like it is a little bit of a warm up. Because you kind of go out and it's like, dude, it's like a black hole, but there's like over 1,000 people, and you hear and you feel this noise, and it's surreal, you know, because it's not very intimate. It's like you kind of see silhouettes of people, and I can see the first few rows, but you're also, you're playing to this fucking thing. So it's a little bit like, it's a lot to do with pacing, you know, and then if you do it once, you kind of realize, I talked over laughter there, whatever it is. And by the second show, I had a lot of fun. I'm super loose because, the first one, I was like, that was cool. Second one, it's like, oh, now we can have a little bit of fun. I feel more relaxed because, it's like at the same time, for what happened to just me is I walked up to this guy, I was like, yo, let me open your show. I don't want to fuck it up. So I do feel pressure. It's like, okay, I got to do this. I got to keep it tight. And then also, that was the other thing. It's like the timing was super specific. It's like, yo, do this amount of time. There's 2 shows. We got to flip the show over quickly. So it wasn't like I could be loose. It's like I had to do the exact amount of time. And at our shows, we get a little bit of freedom. You can kind of go over if we need to, whatever it is. Only one kind of club that goes like, yo, you got to be super precise. But the actual show was awesome. It was really cool. It was surreal. It was like, and it was cool for me, but it was even cooler watching the show. Watching it, being able to watch it like in the audience, and kind of being able to walk around and be able to see the backstage. The actual set was really dope, and people really liked it. I thought my second set was a lot better than my first set.
Did you go as dark as the one I went to?
Yeah, I did one of them. I did one of them. I got this great video. My friend Lewis was filming Morgan, and I did my 9/11 joke. And Morgan looks and he goes, "Great joke." And it also split the room. You can hear half of the room laughing and half the room go, "Ooh." And I was like, "Yo, that's my time."
That's my time.
That's my time.
He had an outfit change. He had 2 shirts.
I had an outfit change.
He had 2 shirts on. For the second one, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna put on the good shirt for this one."
Do you know why I wore?
This is the last show of the night, baby.
I wore a white T-shirt in the first one. Because Amin was like, dude, you gotta show off your muscles. He goes, this beautiful woman at Morgan Jay's show, you gotta wear a tight T-shirt. I was
never
like,
listened to him.
Never listened to Amin. Never listened to Amin. Bro's fiending, but I listened. I was nervous. And then I put on the new original shirt because our boy, shout out Naeem,
great move.
He hooked us up with some new originals gear. So I was like, listen.
Gotta wear it on stage, bro.
And he was also at the show. He had bought tickets to the show without me. Like I texted him. So he was at the audience. I was like, okay, I gotta show them what their investment's doing. That I'm gonna wear full drip. Give me and Sjoerd some more stuff. Maybe hook Wessel up with a little tote bag or something. Let's go. So I even had an outfits change. It was tight.
Awesome,
Yeah,
man.
that's when I felt special. Green room, also dressing rooms are always fun. There was catering. any snacks we wanted.
Yeah.
You know, chicken and rice, which was hard. I love some chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice?
Chicken and rice was hard.
Damn, they had meals.
They had meals.
Buffet type shit.
Crazy. And then also, it's so funny that I was saying to Wessel, I've never taken that many photos with people. Like after the shows, everyone wanted to stop. And it was just because you couldn't get Morgan.
Yeah.
So you had to go to just like someone that was next to him. It's crazy.
It's like a miscellaneous photograph. You're like, hey, bro, you were here. You were part of the storage.
100%.
Like, you know what I mean? And also, you might become some. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what it is. That's
like a
what it
baseball
is.
card.
People are like, I didn't get to Morgan yet, so I'm gonna kill some time here. But also, bro, open for him. If he gonna make it one day, I'll be like,
yeah, exactly.
Remember this?
Oh, dude.
People love that type of shit.
Yeah, exactly. But it's also a trip because it's like, yeah, but it's like no part of me was like, yeah, dude, I deserve this. You know, it's just like, this is awesome. This is fun. And it's like, it's cool to see people. And I brought...
You do deserve it, man. It's the chance of just going and just seizing an opportunity, bro.
I appreciate it.
Because he could also just been like, all right, weirdo, get up out of here, bro. And like he dap you up and dip. But bro entertained it. Like he was like, all right, talk to me for a little bit.
Yeah, I was also...
Because I know you said that he asked you like, are you funny? Which is always a very difficult question to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's always like you want to say yes, of course, because you're a comedian. It's what your job is, to be funny. But then you also are like, you don't know about the gamble of like, if I go in front of bro's audience or whoever's audience, that it might look like I'm bombing, but I'm used to performing for like random groups of people that don't know each other. Because when you go for someone that, like, if they're all there for one person, you have like a decent chance of also bombing, right? Because people walking in while 100%. You talking. So no one really listening to you, right? They're kind of just trying to find their seats up until when Jay comes, because, you know, you can still be waiting to get your seat, right? So he has to talk during that. And while that is happening, like, they're kind of listening, but not really. And then by the time they do, he got like, what, 3 more minutes left? So then
And also specifically with Morgan is that his comedy, which you see online a lot, is a lot of the music stuff. He's also a great stand-up. Like, not that that's not stand-up, but that means his audiences might not be experienced with traditional stand-up comedy, which can be a little bit difficult. So when I open for people who are traditional, like Michelle Wolf, traditional stand-up comic, it's like, I know they watch comedy. You watch comedy.
And they want jokes. Like,
they want jokes. So that's also a little bit difficult.
Because you also have to know who you're performing for. Because if your guy is a crowd work guy, for the most part as well, you want to come and just do your jokes, but the audience is also like we want bro with the crowd. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we want that. That's what we're here for.
Exactly.
You have to manage that a lot.
It's also interesting because I can be a little bit of a people pleaser, and I also don't want to impose at the same time, but I'm also a hustler, you know, like I want to go, like I fucking go ask you, you know, I want this shit super bad. I'll go ask you. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, dude, you should let me do this. But it's okay if you don't want to, you know, it's like both sides kick in. But it was like, you gotta just ask. You gotta say what's up.
It's funny that you say that, because after the show that I went to with you, we were standing outside, and the American guy came up to you, and he was just like, in the beginning, just, have fun. No, it's okay if I stand here, and kind of shy.
Yeah.
And then eventually he's like, man, I got a few jokes.
He was pitching me jokes.
You were so kind to him, and just asked him, like, this is what you have to do. You have to just come up to.
Yeah. Well, that's also the thing. It's like, and I've been doing this, if anyone asks me about comedy, I'll give you 5-10 minutes. If you want to talk about comedy, if you want to talk about starting comedy, I did that last night at Comedy Cafe. It happens a lot there. It's like, people think it's like, oh, I want to show you jokes. Is this funny? And what I always say, it's like, I just want to encourage you to get up on stage. It's the only time you're going to have to figure anything out. And it's like, even if you have nothing, go up, see how it feels, bro. It's a trip. Sometimes it fucking sucks, dude. Sometimes you're in a room and you worked really hard on this thing and you really want to say it because you're super pumped up about it, and no one laughs. And you have to go home, dude. You have to be like, dude, fuck, dude, I really believed in that. And people didn't like it. It's a trip, dude. And then imagine doing that in front of 1,000 people. You go, 1,000 people thought that was bad, you know? But you have to wake up the next day. It's kind of crazy. Be like, I still believe in it. A bunch of people said, hey, that's not good, but I still believe in it. And it's weird because we've been doing comedy together for a long time. He's always been pretty good at it, not doing it. But a lot of us, we have this habit of, like, if a joke doesn't work, we want to remind people that, hey, this works sometimes. But it's insecurity. It's like, oh, this joke doesn't work. You go, oh, I did this joke on the weekend and it killed. It's like the only reason I'm saying that's like because I go, oh, you guys, hey, by the way, this is funny. You guys might not realize it, but it might be funny, you know. He's got a great line of like, sometimes if a joke doesn't work, you say, guys, don't worry, this is gonna be funny in 6 months.
Yeah, I say that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I say
I
that.
stole it. I stole it actually the other night in front of him, and then I denied it. I just didn't realize. But yeah, it's a great. There's lines like that. That's like self-aware. That's funny. It's not. You're not like, you know.
'Cause I think like it like because you know I believe in also going up and asking. I think that is also a huge way to get better because I do believe things won't come to you, but I do also believe it is very hard to get a hold of people via social media, internet, and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, if you see somebody in front of you, I'm not saying walk up to that motherfucker because also some people just want to be left alone. But that is your opportunity to be like, you know, if you believe in that kind of thing. But the universe put me and this person in the same location. Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah. What I do right now makes or breaks what happens for me, right? Yeah. So he could have done a whole lot of different shit. He could have pulled up to Morgan. Morgan. It would have went very different, exactly, right? Yeah. But it's because like he had like a certain energy that come up to it that I'm like, I feel like a lot of that just applies to life. That
for sure.
And no matter what you do, it depends on what you put into it. What you put in is what you get back, right? So a lot of the times, if you put in as much as, hey, I'm just going to shoot you a little text on social media, maybe we build up a relationship, whatever, it don't work like that. You got to put in what you want to get back. You want to work with bro, make that intention be known early. Don't be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
bro.
That's the first, the first thing I said to him, I said, what's up? I'm a comedian. Because it was exactly because of that. It's like, I know what I want to ask, but I also want to be respectful. So when we spoke about it, I said, hey, like, I mean, not like I have to tell him no pressure, but I was just like, hey, like, he sent me a DM to look at my stuff. I was like, let me know, absolutely no pressure. And then I'm also a person that, like, I was nervous. How I get more comfortable is I got to say the feeling. So when I saw him again, I was like, hey, damn, dude, I was really nervous. I was really nervous to do this, but I'm really glad that I did. And then I felt fine, just because I said it. So I'm not trying to hide it anymore. Just like I am nervous, and it's fine. And I think a few years ago, I would have been like, oh, he's gonna think I'm not cool because I'm not like, you know. But it's like I gotta not show that I'm nervous to meet anyone. But now, like, bro, I get nervous a lot to meet people. And I told him, I go, damn, I was nervous to do this, but I'm really glad I did.
I feel like at a certain point that you really just like, I don't know, like I feel a bit like. Like for me personally, I feel a bit I don't even know what the word is. I don't want to say disconnected, but I don't get that as much hype anymore. Yeah. About like meeting people because I feel like the longer I've been doing this comedy shit, the more I realize people are really just people.
For sure.
Like everybody shits. Like you know what I mean? Like everybody shits and farts. Like I'm like, we're all literally just people, so it kind of humanizes people a bit more. But the only thing about it that I realize is because we're all human, a lot of people have major flaws that make them come off as an asshole. But obviously you're not an asshole to everybody. But maybe I caught you in the wrong moment, or this is just how you behave around certain people. Because I remember, like, I would hear people be like, oh, yeah, this comedian, like, I would hear certain information about them, like, oh, yeah, they're super intimidating, hard to speak to. Like, they don't really hold conversation. They don't even look at you when they talk to you. And then you talk to them, and then you're like, oh, like, I see where people would feel that. Like, that sense of intimidation. But it's like a form of communication. That you're like, oh, everybody is different in how they operate and how they do things. And that's how you have to go into it. You can't go into it like, oh, I hope bro clicks with me. You gotta, if you want to impress somebody, you have to meet bro where he at. You have to be like, because oh, what's your vibe? Like, you know?
A lot of time if you go into a situation being like, oh, I don't deserve to be, oh, you're feeling insecure, you got confirmation bias. You start internalizing actions which are completely unrelated. And you go, oh, this confirms to what I already thought about. I thought that he thought I was going to be like overbearing. Like if I was like, I felt like I was being inconvenient. Sometimes I feel like, when I'm having a day where I go like, oh, I'm feeling like, I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit insecure. Sometimes I'll interpret like, I find it more difficult to text Sjoerd to be like, yo, let's hang out. Because I'm feeling a little bit bad, and I feel bad because I feel like I'm doing too much, you know? So I'll be like, oh, if I text him, I feel like I'm going to be annoying him. But it's just because I'm upset with myself. The next day, it's like, what am I what, are we dating? Fuck you. Let's go hang out, motherfucker. You know, it's just really, if I'm having a good day, if I'm having a bad day, sometimes it's like, damn, dude, I don't know if I can reach out because I feel like this. And other days, it's just like, yo, pull up. Don't be a bitch. Like the other day, from Men's Rap, I texted him 8 times being like, yo, you sure you don't want to come? Like I was like, bro, I was like, listen, I'm going to buy you weed. I'm going to buy you drinks. Please pull up. And then like other days, I'll ask him once. He goes, no. I go like, yes, because he fucking hates me. You know, it just depends on the day. He's my fucking best friend. It happens.
Like I literally, because I think it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, everybody gets in their own head about this kind of thing where it's like, oh, am I doing this? Am I doing that? But a lot of the times other people have their own shit going on. I just be having my own shit going on. I'll be looking at my phone. I don't be paying attention. I'm like, bro, I'm not in the headspace to be doing certain things. I got something I have to do. And I always feel it's the same thing too. Whenever you meet somebody and you're like, when people say like, don't meet your heroes, he's a person too. Like you can still love what bro does, but just also accept that, you know, like everybody is so different. They got different things going on in their life that you're like, wow, you're like a famous, rich celebrity. You must be having it so good. Meanwhile, literally, when I met like Russell Peters, like that night when everybody was like super, like Russell Peters is like a huge comedian. Everybody that night was like talking to him, and he wasn't really like looking or talking to anybody. He was just on his phone, kind of. And when he went on stage, he was doing crowd work. It was fun. It was good, but he was being like extra mean, and he addressed it too. And he even said it during the show while he's performing. He was like, "Yeah, guys, so sorry. Like I'm being a dick right now. I'm being extra mean, but it's just because I just signed off on my divorce papers like 10 minutes ago." Oh wow! So I was like, like literally, you don't know what people are going through. Like it's really like you really don't know.
People in that room was like, he's not talking because I'm making him feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, like,
right?
Like I know that for sure.
For sure.
But that's why, as you mentioned, that like Russell Peters' brother was so cool in making that environment comfortable because he knows what's going on. And that's what I mean. Like you might say this person is an asshole, but he's not an asshole to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sure his family, his siblings, or whoever his crew is or his best friends are, knows what's going on, and he can talk to them about that when he's ready.
For sure.
But you know,
before we wrap up, I just want to tell the story about you told me about with the Russell Peters' brother when you were offered some food. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God, right? This shit is so funny, right?
This is a great example of like people making people feel comfortable in the right way.
So I ain't gonna lie, I'm a bad example completely because I walked into Russell Peters' green room and I had the wrong energy because I met him once before and it was a very, very short interaction, but we had a short conversation. And my mentality is, I know going into this room, no one knows me and this other comedian that I brought with me, right? His name is Ram. Everybody knows Ram from the scene, right? I'm like, I know for sure, right? As soon as we go in there, people are going to be like, who the fuck are these 2 random kids that just came in? So I was like, I'm going to have manners because I'm from the Caribbean. And when you're from the Caribbean, as soon as you enter a room, you say at the top of the top of your lungs, good morning, good afternoon, good night, everybody, right? I walked in, I said, hello, everyone.
you watched it.
I was like, hello, everyone. Everyone just watched me, and they just went back to talking to Russell. They just went back to talking to bro. And everyone's trying to talk to him. He's just there on his phone. He's just like, and people are talking to him. He's having conversations back. Like me crossing my legs is exactly how he was sat up in the chair like this. Super, like everything was tight together, compressed, right? Everyone's talking to him. He's like, this one person was like, oh my God, Russell, I haven't seen you in so long. Like I met you like 6 years ago. And he would just be like, oh, that's crazy. Did you lose weight? Your head got smaller. And he's not even looking at them. I'm like, bro, he's just shooting. Everything someone said to him, he had something funny and quick to say. And I was like, this is partially why people would feel intimidated by like somebody like this, because they would be like, I can't have a conversation. And I'm like, nah, he's playing, like he's being Russell, like he's playing a game. And it's like, you kind of have to like meet him there. But I understood that because I was like, I ain't going to talk to bro because clearly everybody talking to bro. So we just going to go in the corner, right? So all of us go in the corner. Also his opener, Rick Diaz, right? We all go in a different corner of the green room. And we chilling there. We all chilling and talking. And they got a buffet table, right? At some point, Russell Peters' brother stands up. He goes, hey, y'all want some food? And I spoke up because I was like, hey, bro, nah, you know, I ain't trying to impose. I'm trying to be respectful. I ain't want to do that. He's like, what you mean? Yo, the food for everybody, bro. Have a sandwich, have some KFC. I didn't say that for any specific reason. So he cracking jokes, right? They having a great time. I was like, bro, this shit is so fucking cool because this guy came over, started making jokes with us, laughing with us and everything. And I was like, Is that why you want me to bring this up? Because of the
Yeah.
KFC thing?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
now also keep going with what did you leave with?
Yeah, it was so fucking crazy. So Ram, he got asked to open for them, right? He got asked to open for them at one of the theater shows like 2 days after, right? But the whole time, I'm the one doing a lot of the talking, right? So I'm doing a lot of the talking, and then at some point, Russell was like, "Oh, you're not gonna be opening? I bet, bro." So he grabs this giant like bottle of like whiskey that hasn't been opened. He's like, "Yo, hold that." Matter of fact, while you still here, bro, grabs a bottle of Grey Goose vodka and goes, "Hold that," right? And just gives it to me and goes, "All right, let's get up out of here." And then he walks off with the security, right? And like Ram didn't really speak much the whole time because, you know, he loves Russell, so he was so nervous to like speak to him. So at some point, like the show, this was on a Friday, the show was on Sunday. So Russell's brother walks up to Ram and goes, "Hey, bro, I hope you learn to speak by Sunday."
That's so tough. That's so funny.
I
Shout
was
out.
like, yo, these people are fire, bro.
Fire. I will say, hey Morgan, why didn't you give me a fucking bottle of Grey Goose, motherfucker? Thanks
Yeah.
for nothing, Morgan.
Yeah, yo, spam L. Okay, no,
L,
that's
yeah,
stupid.
spam L.
Thank
Guys.
you, Morgan J, for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching.
It's been In the Background, the podcast that you listen to.
In the background, I've been Sjoerd.
I've been Daniel.
And I've been Wessel.
We'll see you guys soon. Have a safe week. Have a blessed week. Come to a comedy show. We'll see you guys soon.